Anyone who has answered knows. Rope tape. Black oversized plastic bag. Desiccant, these things are little white flowers. Must be carried with you. The first day of school. My luggage was checked by the student council. Turned upside down. See what's in front of you. With only one student union, his face changed directly. He can't be the touching maniac on the run, can he? I'm removing makeup at my desk at night. Suddenly, the dormitory door was kicked open by a spray. Then 3 arms. The girl with Hong Shizhang walked in. A girl with a high ponytail. See me still sitting there? Then the cold Hidao students will check their sleep. Can't get up yet and say hello to Sister Meiyu. The name on his badge is Ju Ting. I quietly put the blood-stained tissue. Throw it in the trash. Then tell him I remember. There is no rule that you must say hello to the seniors and sisters, right? The senior named Meiyu, who didn't have a hand, snorted coldly. Rules are dead. People are alive. As a past person, I can tell you. University is a small society. If you don't know how to be flexible, it will be difficult to move an inch. Another girl named Li Tao took over and checked. Get up soon. No one can sit and lie down during bedtime. I can't help it. I can only stand up from the stool. Meiyu glanced at me. I said lightly that I make up every day. I don't know who to seduce. I squeezed out a smile. I gritted my teeth and endured it. Now is not the time to clash with them. After all, there are still things in the dormitory that have not been dealt with. Meiyu waved her hand. Ju Ting. He walked towards the trash can next to me. My heart skipped a beat, just about to kick the trash can behind me. But he knocked me away, pointing to the trash can and saying there is garbage in the trash can. Deduct 5 points, I said with a smile. Trash cans are originally used to hold garbage. Why can't there be trash? Is it the student government or are we the student government? Our rules are rules. Finish. He started rummaging through my dressing table again. See, he didn't notice the ball of tissues. I breathed a sigh of relief after seeing the logo on my perfume bottle. His eyes lit up. She slapped the bottle in her hand. I haven't had time to say anything yet. Ju Ting takes the perfume and walks to the other 2. Sprayed up. It smells so good. Sure enough, the big names are different. Yes, this little hoof is quite rich. This bottle is worth 2 months of my living expenses. I went over to them and whispered to them, Sister, what do you mean by taking my stuff? Meiyu gave a look. Li Tao came up and gave me a hard push. What are you yelling for? How did you talk to your senior? Perfume is still explosive. It's contraband. It is our housekeeper's duty to check contraband. What else do I want to say? Meiyu stuck her eyes on my suitcase. Look at my bulging suitcase. His eyes rolled twice. Go and open his box. See what other contraband is inside. I squinted in front of them. The box is a personal item. Even students do sleep checks. I don't have the right to view it, right? Ju Ting and Li Tao came over, pulled me aside by my hair. Meiyu came over and patted my face lightly. Xiao said that the student union in school is sweet. I am the vice president of the student union. There are countless ways to keep you honest. My eyes scanned their throats. That position only requires a light knife to cut the tire. Liquid poured down the throat. They don't make a sound. But I thought about it at 3 or held back. Meiyu crouched down to open the box. But just as his hand was about to touch the zipper, Meiyu stopped. He turned his head and frowned. Boss, where's your roommate? Why haven't you come back so late? Night never comes home. I'm going to hit them. I smiled and explained. They must have gone out too late. Slept in the hotel booked outside. If you meet the one who is still on the run on the news, crazy is cool. I heard that our school has a counselor named He Kyang. He was beaten to death and dismembered into dozens of pieces. Night never comes home. He deserved to die. Saying that, he crouched down. A zipper that unzipped the suitcase. What the hell are these? Meiyu pulled out the items in the box one by one. It's all over the place. Did not find what he was looking for? Meiyu stood up discontentedly. He said to the other 2, you go look elsewhere. See if there are any violations. But Ju Ting doesn't move. It's staring at something that came out of my suitcase. What are you doing? Hurry up and find it. Ju Ting swallows her saliva. After looking at me, he said to Meiyu, royal sister, something was wrong with his suitcase. Who would bring so many normal freshmen? Waterproof film and desiccant and garbage bags. I often read suspense novels. Know these things. They are all the most suitable for dividing people in general. I think you are reading a novel. Are you stupid? With his small arms and calves, he can still be roughly divided. I'm still on my phone. I often see various travel stories. Waterproof film. It is to prevent blood from splattering when it is roughly divided. Not easy to clean up. Black plastic bag is easy to carry. You can generally carry it out openly. Desiccant is used to prevent corrosion and deodorize. Basically cover with desiccant. Use another roll in a plastic bag. It can be stored for a long time without stinking. And there is a roll of rope as thick as that. Maybe. His roommate doesn't hang out at all. It might even happen. He's the one on the news, as soon as he says. After that, both of them accidentally stared at me. I smiled faintly and said that I usually like to make clay sculptures. Buy waterproof film to pad on the ground. It's to prevent mud from splashing everywhere. The finished clay sculpture should be stored in desiccant. Otherwise, the rainy weather will be easy to get wet. Plastic bags are cheap for me to join groups and engage in activities, so I bought a few more. It can be used anyway. No, I said that. People in your student union are quite imaginative. Something is wrong with the royal sister. Something is really wrong. Look at these wallpapers. What's wrong with the wallpaper? Can it have something to do with Karen Kwong? You see, these are no ordinary wallpapers. He's bumpy. There are also many subtle holes on it. I read about it online. This is expensive, sound-absorbing wallpaper. After pasting, even if you yell in this room, it's hard to hear anything outside. If you don't believe me, you can try it. Mei Yu gave a look. Li Tao went out and closed the door. It didn't take long for him to come in. Mei Yu said to him, "Didn't I let you go out and try it? Why is there no movement at all?" Li Tao said in surprise. "I've been yelling outside for so long. Didn't you hear anything?" And I knocked on the door several times. Zhu Ting runs to the door. He took a closer look and said, "Look. The door is not only pasted with sound-absorbing wallpaper and installed a soundproof rubber pad on the door seam. That is to say, once this door is closed, even if the people inside, you can't hear anything outside." After he finished speaking, Mei Yu and Li Tao both changed their faces. See Li Tao looking at me in horror. Mei Yu cursed angrily. "What are you afraid of? Even if he is really a talent freak. Can you change the three of us in an instant? What are you trying to do with the dormitory like this?" I spread my hands. Innocently speaking, I am actually a clay sculpture live streaming host. It will be live in the evening. The clay sculpture is afraid of disturbing the students in the next dormitory, so I thought about doing a better job of sound insulation. Mei Yu nodded, but there is still some doubt in his eyes. What else does he want to say, but was interrupted by Zhu Ting. "Do you smell a stench?" "No, you smelled it wrong, right?" But Mei Yu waved her hand seriously. "If you smell it carefully, you can really smell a stench. It seems to be coming from the balcony." For a moment, the eyes of the three of them, they all stared at the balcony. That huge locker. After that, Mei Yu glanced away. "You go and open the cabinet." I walked up quietly. Slowly bring the balcony door. Nothing to see. It's full of debris. Maybe it's some garbage that I forgot to deal with. It stinks. I'll definitely clean it up tomorrow. Don't cause trouble to the seniors. "Sister, why don't we go today?" "This dormitory is almost checked. Two useless things. You dare not go by yourself." And then he slammed me to the side. Then opened the balcony door. Then I walked to the front of the cabinet. The moment I opened the cabinet door, Mei Yu widened her eyes, the nose in the eyes of horror. At the same time, a strong stench swept through the dormitory. I was expressionless. I walked slowly to the door and closed the dormitory door. After closing the door, I also went to the balcony. Mei Yu stretched out her hand, trembling, pointing to your roommate's head in my closet. "You are that talent freak. You closed the door to drive us out of the silencing room, right?" I didn't say anything. Instead, he pointed to the black plastic bag and said, "Oops, you have an amazing imagination." In these bags, it's a work I usually carve out of clay sculptures. If you don't believe me, you can open it and take a look. Mei Yu still stared at me and said, "So what's the stench? This rancid smell? Only meat can give off." Oh, how could I have forgotten about this? So I went to the closet. A carton of eggs was taken from the bottom of the cabinet. Suddenly, a strong stench spewed out. Last time I bought a carton of eggs, and it was all smashed to pieces. Put it in the closet. I didn't expect to forget to take it out. If you hadn't found out, I don't know what it will be like yet. After seeing me take out the eggs, they were obviously relieved. Li Tao bravely walked forward. Look at the black plastic bag. Next second, he let out a shrill scream. It's Zhou Yu. I see Zhou Yu. As soon as this comes out, Mei Yu and Zhu Ting suddenly changed their faces. Mei Yu walked over with a gloomy face. He kicked Li Tao hard. Shut your mouth. What the hell are you talking about? Li Tao was anxious and afraid. Reach out and point to the plastic bag on the cabinet. Mei Yu carefully took a step forward. Look at the head and look into the cabinet. And so you can see that. He also took 2 steps back in fright, staring at me and saying, "Who the hell are you?" What is the relationship with Cao Yui? I don't know any Zhou Yui. Is he your friend? Mei Yu asked as she pointed at Hu Yi's head. You don't know him? Why engrave his avatar? So his name is Xiao Yu? I saw him on a school forum photo. He was wearing a training uniform. The dancing was filmed. Very beautiful. So I used him as a model without permission. At this time, Li Tao, who was slumped on the ground, also regained his consciousness. He stood up abruptly, slapped me in the face. You're a dick, aren't you? It's okay to put such a scary thing. What to do in the cabinet? The burning pain runs through the skin. I touched my face lightly and said nothing. Mei Yu looked at me carefully several times, said ruthlessly that I will let you go today. Be honest with me in the future. After saying that, the 3 of them walked towards the door. But just as they were about to go out, under my bed, a muffled sound. What was that? The 3 of them shuddered with fear. 3 pairs of crystal clear eyes. They all looked at the dark bed. I laughed and, haha, the wooden board under the bed must have fallen off. It was definitely not the sound of a plank just now. What are you hiding? Don't talk nonsense with him. I'll just take a look. I quietly stood in front of him. I advise you to make less trouble for yourself. Sometimes curiosity is a bad thing. Little hooves and wings are hard. What are you? It's still in front of me. And as he said that, he raised his hand again, ready to slap me. But this time, I caught his wrist in midair. And then I gave it a little flick. He fell to the ground. Mei Yu's eyes widened. It seems that I didn't expect to have so much strength. He swallowed. Take a step back and say you're fine. How dare you attack my senior? You don't have a good day after 4 years of college. I'll call now. To the president of our student union. Ask him to send yours. Mei Yu took out her phone. Quick call. The next second, the complacency on his face froze. Because a shrill bell rang from under the bed. As the bell rings, one is covered in tape. The man with a bloody face rolled out from under the bed. Chairperson Guoming, Mei Yu Jian shouted out the man's name. In an instant, and the 3 of them went white and bright. It's freezing on the ground like an insect repellent. Despair and pleading in his eyes. Zhu Ting shouts and turns to run. But he was desperate to find. The door has been locked. Can't open at all. And they were looking at me, and they were shivering. I walked slowly to Guoming. The roots of the shoes slammed in his face. You can leave safely. Why do you have to do it? Don't be afraid. As long as you can subdue him, we are the heroes who catch murderers. At that time, not only can it be easy to maintain research, you get a scholarship. Let's go together. He is no match for us. After listening to Mei Yu's words, Zhu Ting and Li Tao, I copied a nearby stool into my hand. And the 3 of them swallowed. Slowly approached me. I stood there. Look at them with a hungry look. Step by step. Not halfway there. They fell heavily to the ground. Walked towards them. Does my perfume smell good? In a dark basement. A few candles emit a faint light. I watched the rope tighten on the ground. 4 people tied up. A basin of cold water was poured over his face. After Guomin woke up, he told me in a shaky voice that my family is rich. As long as you let me go, I'll give you as much as you want. I sneered and said yes. Money can solve 99% of our problems, but it's a pity. You're dealing with that 1%. Zhu Ting broke down and cried. We saw his face. He won't let us out of here alive. Look at their desperate faces. I smiled softly. No. I'm not some kind of blind murderer. Let's play a game. The winner gets out. I asked them to follow the southeast, do a good job in the 4 directions of the northwest. I untied one of their hands. Then he took out a large box and placed it between the 4 of them. The box is a closed square. There is a hole on all 4 sides facing them. I cleared my throat. Said the rules of the game. There is a note in the box. On every note, there is a question. Get the note from the box and answer it correctly. Earn 10 points. If someone is lying, others can report. After successful reporting, whistleblowers can earn 10 points. Liars don't get points and get punished. When the game is over, the person with the highest points can leave here. If you have no comments, then I declare the game officially started. I just finished speaking. Guo Ming quickly reached into the box. The next second, he screamed. He retracted his hand like an electric shock. His hands are already torn open. Blood. Look at his terrified eyes. I smiled and said, I forgot to tell you. Except for the note with the question in the box. There are other things. Wire with spikes. Used needle. Blade points are not so easy to get. Guo Ming gave me a hard look, but dare not speak. All 4 of them are hesitating. Dare not reach in. I sneered. Take out an hourglass and put it on the box. Since it is a game, there must be a time limit. Ming meets the situation. He gritted his teeth, slowly reached into the box. Cold sweat kept oozing from his face. Not long after, Mei Yu withdrew her hand. A paper ball was pinched in his bloody hand. And he handed me these balls of paper. I'm reading from above last year's coat. Pure School Flower Bridge Month. Overnight the wind leveled off. Become a green tea that is toyed with. Is this true? The fat on Mei Yu's face kept twitching. He glanced at the other 3. Slowly say yes. Someone also photographed the evidence and sent it to the school's Taiba. In that case, I'll give it to your home. At this time, Li Tao raised his head on the inside. Said I reported him for lying. The corners of my mouth curled up slightly. It's good to say to Li Tao. Then tell the truth. Li Tao looked at me. Ignore the beauty and be full of hate. Eyes and intention. And that's what we do. We check the sleep, remove underwear and supplies. Tucked into a suitcase by chance to take pictures. Then send the photo to Taiba. Slander him as a nurtured green tea. How dare you betray me? After scolding, Mei Yu stood up and prepared to fight with Li Tao. I pulled Mei Yu's hair first. She pinched his mouth and stuffed a steel needle into it. Then cover Mei Yu's mouth hard and press hard. Liquid slowly seeps out of the corners of the mouth. Liars swallow needles. After letting go, Mei Yu fell directly to the ground. Began to struggle to spit out the needle in his mouth. After Mei Yu finished vomiting, and I put him back in his place. Then he said that now Li Tao has more than 10 points. Everyone else has 0 points. Game on. I just finished speaking. Guo Ming's eyes turned red. His hand reached into the box. My family is so rich. I can't be with you poor pussies. Here he roars. A ball of bloody paper was pulled out of the box. I took the paper ball and said slowly, ruining Qiao Yu's reputation. Who is the mastermind behind it? Guo Ming sneered and said it was me. I arranged for the 3 of them to do it. How dare he refuse my offer of love? What is he? I am the president of the student government. It is his pleasure to be liked by me. Since he likes to pretend to be innocent, then I'll let everyone know. He is a green tea that one can serve alone. He stared at Mei Ri and the 3 laughed and said, I won't lie. Won't give you a chance. The last person to get out alive can only be me. Guo Ming added DH game points. On. The next person to take out the note is Zhu Ting. I looked at Zhu Ting's note and said, put something in someone else's box. Do you do it often? Zhu Ting glanced at me. After a moment of hesitation, he said yes. Guo Ming often makes us do this. Once a girl rejects him, he will be like destroy someone's reputation. Qiao Yu is not the first. See, no one to refute. And I nodded my head. Correct answer. Points plus 10 points. The next person to take out the note is Li Tao for Qiao Yu's ka. What else do you know? Li Tao swallowed saliva. Looking at Guo Ming, he said, I guess Qiao Yu's ka should have something to do with him. Once I saw him and Mei Yu talking about something. He said he wanted Mei Yu to deceive Qiao Yu somewhere. Looking at the light, he stared at Li Tao with a face full of desire. I told Li Tao that it was time. Are you still afraid of him? Remember now, either you die or he dies. In the end, only one can get out alive. Tell me, what is the relationship between the national and the school director, He Kuang? Under the pressure of death, Li Tao did not hide anything, blurt out that they are two beasts. Many girls have been harmed by the two of them. Guo Ming's girlfriend, all in a state of intoxication and dizziness, enjoyed by He Qiang. When they get bored, they look for their next prey. Guo Ming is rich, strong power. A lot of things are suppressed by them. Okay, Li Tao plus 10 points. After Guo Ming took out the last note in the carton, I looked at the note. Qiao Yu asked expressionlessly, "What the hell is going on?" That day, I asked Mei Yu to lure Qiao Yu to school. Abandoned stadium. Then I fainted him. After He Qiang and I violated Qiao Yu, he also made a video to threaten him. Then he left crying. I didn't expect it either. He actually jumped off a building. Very good. Then I'll give you 10 points. But just then, Mei Yu's willing voice rang out. No, he's lying. Then tell me what the truth is. Mei Yu is fine. Guo Ming's murderous gaze. Grit your teeth and say it. The Morjo was crushed by them. That day, in the process of insulting Qiao Yu has already answered after I saw Qiao Yue go in. He never came out. And Guo Ming and He Qiang, flustered, he came out with a large suitcase. I hid behind them, watching them write suicide notes on Qiao Yu's phone. Then he pushed Qiao Yu downstairs. You slander me. You have no evidence of. In order to avoid responsibility, I deliberately broke the surveillance, but I photographed it all. The video is on my phone. I wanted to blackmail a lot after graduation, but now you all have to answer. I can't use it either. After Mei Yu finished speaking, Guo Ming lost his mind in an instant. He knows. He never got a chance to go out again. Now Mei Yu and Li Tao. The two became the highest scorers on the field. Look at their excited eyes. My filial piety is now divided between the two of you. But I can only let one of you out alive. What do you say? I'm done. Mei Yu took the lead. He took a blade from the box, directly towards Li Tao's neck. The next second, it sprang around like a fountain. Can I go out now? Wonderful, wonderful. If this were a play, that should be called the climax. But when there's an orgasm, there's a reversal. I said let you out. I didn't say let you get out alive. Mei Yu's face kept changing, but just then, several heavily armed police officers rushed in. Don't move. Drop your weapon. See the police. The eyes of the three of them slowly regained its luster. Wei Ting hurriedly said, Uncle, shoot him now. Li Tao was beaten by this woman. That's him. Look, he still got the murder weapon. Did you know that villains always talk a lot? You can't punish me. You said it wrong. I'm not some villain. But to execute you devils, the messenger of justice. That's right, I said the hourglass in the game will be over. This is no laughing matter. I just finished speaking. The hourglass on the box leaked the last sand. What else does Guo Ming want to say? But he frowned tightly and dug a mouthful. Blood spurted out. Mei Yu also fell to the ground. I tilted my head and said apologetically, on the spikes in the box, but covered with chronic poison. On top of hope. How does it feel to fall into the abyss of despair? I made the police call. I'm just going to give you a taste of what it's like. After hearing my words, bright head tilts and it's dead. Please raise your hands, ladies, or we're going to shoot Zhou Yui. I finally avenged you. Wait for me. I'm coming.